G'day, punters. Welcome back. Did you miss us? That's rhetorical. You did not. Mate, I'm with Benny. I am Sonny. You look somewhat tanned, Benjamin, after the week that was.
I would not say that. We did go to Perth for...
Yeah, it was gorgeous, the trilogy.
The Western Trilogy. It was a good little event, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Be back next
absolutely.
year.
Mate, I loved every second of all 3 days, especially the Quokka. That was great. It's only Quokka and Roll, I believe the chick sang beforehand. I can't remember her name. She had some great pipes.
That was over the loudspeaker,
fair
was it?
Fair income.
That is unbelievable.
There was a few Quokka and Roll style gags. It was great. And no one got their quack out, so that was fantastic. Mate, we've had a week off, so we're going to come back in fresh. You've kept your powder dry. Where are we this week?
We're in Adelaide, Morphettville.
Oof.
They've assembled the main race, the Sangster, and obviously the Oaks as well, but the Sangster's a crack field, as they say. Good track, big track, Morphettville as well, rail true. Best horses should win, obviously. But yeah, good day of racing, so excited about this. There's a few... I'm playing at a different end of the market to what I normally play.
Really? Going for some second favourites, eh? Very good. All right, well, Adelaide, sporting capital of the world. The Live Golf's there, gather rounds there, and your tips at Morphettville. Let's get strategising.
Ka-ching! It's Benny Clifton's Group 1 strategy.
All right, Benny, race 6 is your first here over 2,000. It's the Australasian Oaks. Thanks for coming. Our favourite is Wings of Song at 550. This is a pretty bunched field. Coco Sun at 6. Vibrant Sun at 650. Pick between suns there. Ooh, real Sophie's Choice stuff. Pulchritudinous for those looking to be alluring at 750, as is Concello, and double figures after that.
Just rolling off the tongue. What about number 9 there?
Number 9, where are we? I don't have the whole list, mate. You're going to have to show me.
I'm not even going to begin to pronounce it.
Mate, if I'm rolling out the top here, Pulchritudinous...
Can you pronounce that?
Stand by, listeners. Where are we? Quail for Sahara, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
No, he's playing back left for Al Nassr in the Saudi League, I believe.
I narrowed this down to a few chances.
That's a start.
I thought Wings of Song went really well last start. I thought Vibrant Sun is coming into this race at the right time of the preparation. Concello was coming out of a really good race. I did settle on Vibrant Sun. I thought it rated really well last start at the Valley. Goes up to 2,000 metres. That'll suit down to the ground. Races on speed, gets a good jockey upgrade. And, the market says it all about this race. It's a tough race, but I just think this is the filly with a bit of scope, hitting the race at the right time. There's a few other horses who've been, had 4 or 5 runs this campaign, trying to extend their campaign into this race, and I think it's a bit of an afterthought. So, Vibrant Sun for me in this race.
Sensational, mate. The next one to strategise on is the crack field, as you say. Race 8, the Sangster, over 1,200. Everyone in the office has been talking about Estriella all morning, so that's at 290. I assume you're going to be having something on that. $5 for I Am Me, $7.50 for Benedetta, Zapateo at $8.50. You've told me to mention number 7 Climbing Star at $26, and number 11 Waltz on By at a whopping $61. I assume that's just because you want to tease the punters. You're not actually going for one of those?
Well, I'm going for one of my patented 3-horse plays. But no, Estriella, I mean, when they started targeting this race, maybe a month or two ago, they probably thought we'll get to this Group 1 in Adelaide, it'll be, an easy kill for her. But this is a pretty strong field. I mean, if she lives up to what I think she'll become, she'll win this race. What she's done the last couple of starts has been of Group 1 quality, and she just needs to repeat that. Barrier 11 shouldn't be too many issues. Zara takes over from Shin, wouldn't lose anything there. So I'm backing her, Estrella, but I also want to back a couple of other horses in the race. As you mentioned, Climbing Star, and it's absolutely flying this time in. I think they've found the key to her is to keep her to the shorter trips and just ride her cold, and she'll finish off. They tried to put her over 1,400 metres, 1,600 metres, other campaigns. Didn't really work out for her. And the other one is Waltz on By. I think crazy odds listing, 60 to 1. That race at Caulfield I have rating really well. It'll probably be midfield or worse, but 60 to 1. Don't have to have much on at that price to find out. So yeah, those 3 I'm going to be backing. Normally, if I'm backing a favourite, I wouldn't be backing a couple of roughies outside of it, but I think at those odds I have to.
Going to need the abacus just to make sure you don't end up winning and losing at the same time. Just imagine what you could be buying instead out there as you go for the PBC THP on the old patented Benny Clifton 3-horse play. Woo! It's a mouthful. What's your best?
It's Benny's Best Bet.
You've asked me to go to Morphettville race 2 for this, mate, so I'll fly through it, although it is your best, so I assume I'll only have to name one, and that would be the favourite Growing Empire at $3. Caravis or Caravis, depending on which side of the tracks you come from, is $4.80, as is Kadim. Not too sure about that.
Yeah, that's
$5
right.
for Pure Aqua. Check the pH levels. Double figures after that.
Yes, Growing Empire on debut at Kensington was really good behind a nice horse called Chateau Miraval. They brought it down to Moonee Valley, straight to the front, way too good. Lacks a little bit of depth this. There hasn't been any money for any of the first starters, so I'm not worried about them. Barrier 11, I love that on a front runner. I think it gives them time to come across, and it'll be hard to beat. Mark Zara obviously got a good book, tipping him in a few races, so Growing Empire for mine in the second.
Grouse, just a reminder to have a think about what you're really gambling with and set yourself that deposit limit. Now, mate, I assume you're taking the piss out of me here because pulling the curtain back to our 7 loyal listeners, you normally tell me just before we record, I'm going to back this thing and this thing. No worries. Good. Morphettville, race 3. You've asked me to read something out. I'm going to go through the field, then I'll read it out. It's Air Assault, your favourite at $2.90, $3 for Warmonger. Christ, they'd go well together. Bold Soul is at $5.50, $9 for Shinjuku. And you've told me to read out number 10, Just Brilliant. And at the time of recording, it's come in. The market likes it. It's come in from 101 to 91. Are you taking the piss out of us?
I just think it's worth having something each way on it.
Truth. I've heard it all.
It did enough first up at Pakenham, then second start jumped from 1,200 to 1,600 and won well. I had that race rating, as I mentioned my ratings, ranked 4, so that's pretty solid for a maiden. So by Justify, a bit of a boom staying at the moment. It's got some scope. And I mean, these horses, Air Assault up the top has won a few in a row, but he's no superstar. He just sort of races on pace and does what he needs to do, but he's no champion. And I think going with a lightly raced horse on the up at any old odds is worth a ticket here. Jeffrey Morn, shocking jockey, but...
Great. Yeah, awesome. Really instilling a lot of faith now. Hope you didn't click yes on that punt just yet, guys.
Barrier 6, he couldn't even stuff it up. It'll just sit behind the leaders, get a nice economical run, and might just lob into a place, hopefully, for us.
Bugger that, we want the win. Is it trained by his old man? Is that why he's on board?
Ricky Moore, obviously, is a relation.
Okay.
Don't know what the relation is, but...
All right, well, clearly those chiming in below the line on social media have finally got in the head of Benny Clifton, and he's decided not to back a favourite, so...
They've put down their Woodstock cans and they've...
Mate, feel free to get the mother cans out in your mum's basement and get the anonymity flying this Saturday Arvo when the 91 to 1 shot still running an hour later. Let's go to the next, mate. The John Hawkes Stakes over 1,100 at race 4. Let's see if we can't get back to basics. What you need is at $3.90. Is at $5. Sans Doute at 6. Extremely Lucky at 9. And Press Down is at 10. And again, you're going for value. You've asked me to read out Grey River, which doesn't sound too flash to dive into, but you want to dive in at $13.
What was the name of number 1 again?
That's it.
Tingles down your spine.
Well, how do you pronounce it?
Scarippa.
Bloody hell. You'd win a fair few games of Scrabble with that one.
Not as dramatic as what you say. Grey River. I just thought... Coming out of that Osmar race, that flew at Morphettville first up, then ran third to Climbing Star when it started $5. I don't know. I thought there were queries over the others in the market, so I want to back Grey River each way. Sticky little gate. They hopefully push forward on it, but the horses like What You Need. He's come off a long break, ran okay first up, but. Don't know if he'll ever become the horse he promised to be early on in his career. Sans Doute, all its forms down the straight, so happy to risk it. And Grey River, I landed on double figure odds.
You have again,
It's really
mate.
an uncomfortable territory for me playing in this part of the market. But
take the mask off. Who is he?
It's I'm an imposter, but
aren't we all?
I think this is the day to be playing in that space at the bigger odds because besides that best bet, I think it's a pretty tough day.
Close your eyes and throw
favourites.
some darts, you reckon? All right, fair enough. Well, chances are you're about to lose, so just have a think about how much you want to put on it. Let's go to race 6, mate, the Queen of the South Stakes at 1,600 metres. That's a mile in the old money. Number 5, Sione at 460. Foxy Frida at 5. 650 for Campionessa. Lady Jones at 750. And Legacies rounds out the single figure options at $9.
I'm with the 10 Lady Jones. This is a mare who
More
has
value.
More value.
Holy
There's value
dooly.
everywhere to be had in this card.
Oh, yeah.
I thought first up behind Waltz on By, I mentioned that race rated really well, really good. It was $12 into $8 on that occasion. Once again, the market wanted to be with it last start at Bendigo, and it got the job done, $5 into $4.40. Barrier 5 here up to the mile. I think the biggest asset this horse has, it just puts itself right in behind the leaders, gives itself a nice run every time, and she just keeps improving, gives her all. And at that price range, I was happy to back her. And nice mare and well placed on Saturday.
Sensational stuff, mate. Let's dive straight into the last then. Morphettville race 9. Your favourite is Chicago Storm at $4. Second to none at $4.80. It's $5.50 for Mr. Maestro. There are no houses left in Tuscany. It's $6 for I'm a Dexter. And My Khalifa is $7.50. Prince Joffre, $9.
Yeah, a lot of these horses are coming out of the form line that the favourite Chicago Storm comes out of. That race I didn't have rating very well. The fact they're all tied in together, I'm happy to try and find a horse who's coming from a different form line. Mr. Maestro fits that bill. I thought it had a good jockey change, fitter for that last run, down in grade. If he reaches a rating he did against sort of, say, Pericles in the Autumn Classic back last autumn, then he'd be winning this. So Mr. Maestro for me, D Lane to get on the board.
Grouse. Well, every weekend starts with one day and one item that I want to hear about.
It's the Friday fill-up.
It sure is, mate. It's Friday. It's time to fill up. It's time to get on. What do we like this Friday, mate?
Heading to Cranbourne, race
Okay.
8, number 8,
Oof.
the Open.
Like it.
Resuming. First, on debut at Wang, sat outside the leader, busted the clock, went to town after that, ran in a race won by Hey Fat Cat. That race rated really well, form held up out of it. Had a spell since, trialled up nicely. It looks a nice sort of midweek Saturday class metro horse and kicking off a campaign here in a winnable race. So want to back the Open.
All right. From the Wang to the Open. Sounds like a good way to start the weekend. Let's bring it home on Saturday with this.
Strap yourself in, punters. It's time for the Punting Monologue Quaddie. Proudly brought to you by Minton. Make a game of it.
Benjamin, this is the most consistent topic, segment, whatever you want to call it, most consistent thing we've ever produced. We are 0 from however many you want to do. I reckon you could dead set back the field in all 4 and lose this, mate. You could
Mate.
fall into a barrel full of tits and come up sucking a pair of buttholes. But that's all right. This is the week it happens.
Mate, we're going to get one of them. We just got to keep
I wouldn't have thought so,
chipping
mate.
away.
Wouldn't have thought
Chipping
so.
away.
All right. What are we laying this week?
Race 6 scratchings are 3 Foxy Frida, 5 Sione, number 8 Grinzinger Bell, number 10 Lady Jones, who I'm tipping to win, and number 18 Legacies.
Okay, at least you got some horses in there. What about race 7? Are you throwing the blanket over them as well?
We're going Wings the Song, number 2, Positivity, number 3, Vibrant Sun, my tip, number 6. Then we go number 10, Quick Start, and number 11, Concello.
Okay.
So we're 2 legs down.
Casting
we're
the
on
net
fire.
wide, mate. What are we doing here? Field?
Ooh, Field, just about. I Am Me, number 2. Number 4, Benedetta. Number 7, Climbing Star. Number 11, Waltz on By. Number 12, Estriella. And number 13, Learning to Fly.
Okay. Have you got one out for us
We're
in the last,
alive.
mate, or what?
We're going 3, Mr. Maestro, my tip. Number 5, Prince Joffre. Number 7, Second to None. And number 10, I'm a Dexter.
Wow. After all that and all of your
We're going to get it for
finding
1%.
of value, we're going to get it for 1%, and all the favourites will come in or end up costing us money. So just imagine what you could be buying instead this Saturday, because it sounds like a tough day. Let me run through it for you. We're at Adelaide's Morphettville. Race 2, number 1, Growing Empire. That is your best. Race 3, number 10, just brilliant at nearly triple figures. Stop it. Race 4, number 7, Grey River, double figures. Race 6, number 10, Lady Jones. And race 9, bringing it home with number 3, Mr. Maestro. Your Group 1 plays, mate, a race 7, number 6, Vibrant Sun. And race 8, the pattern at Benny Clifton, 3-horse play now. Number 12, Estriella. Number 7, Climbing Star. Number 11, Waltz on by the Quaddies. See you on the other side. Race 6, 3, 5, 8, 10, 18. Race 7, 2, 3, 6, 10, 11. Race 8, 2, 4, 7, 11, 12, 13. Race 9, 3, 5, 7, and 10. And you can fill up on a Friday at Cranbourne.
Can I play a game with you?
Race 8. You can.
If I had
Number
to give
8.
you a little clue for one of my tips.
Yeah.
Bob Cobb.
Bob Cobb is a Seinfeld reference, and he is the maestro.
There we go.
Mr. Maestro it is. Check out the app, the MintBet app, for all the punting monologue, quick links, and dodgy Seinfeld references. Remember to check out Benny's Racing Review every Monday. There are no homes left in Tuscany. Don't bother looking. Mintsports.com.au is where you can find the real estate options there. Have a think about what gambling is really costing you. Set yourself a deposit limit. And Benny, I'll see you when we've won the quaddie.
Thanks, Sonny. Good luck, punters.
Yeah, might not see you for a while.
Make a game of it with MintBet. Download the app today.
What are you really gambling with?
For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.